Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. Today I am going to be making this ornament using the Stuck Santa die set. I love making my own ornaments, and it was one of the first things I wanted to make when I saw this brand new die set. Here you can see all the dies that come in this brand new set, and then I'll show you all the pieces that are die cut out from these dies. We're going to put them together right now so you can see how it all works. But first, let me show you how I got this amazing textured detail on the chimney. So first, I'm going to die cut this out just like I normally do so you can see the amount of texture that I get just by die cutting it, because the die will press those lines into the paper, and that's fine. It has some brick detail, but you can also use a crease pad to create even more depth and texture from those lines. So I'm just going to use some low-tack tape to tape this down to the plate of my platinum die cut machine, and then I'm using the embossing plate and mat, and you can see the die is face up, and I just put the paper back into it, and now I've got amazing pressed detailed lines. Okay, so now it's time to put Santa together. These tiny little strips here are for the edge of his pants, giving a little white detail there. I'm going to use some tweezers to help me glue them into place, and liquid glue works great because you can scoot it where you need to get it. These little, they're kind of jelly bean or like Mike and Ike shapes. Those are his boots. So you're just going to glue those to the back of the pants like so. Now let's see about the jacket. There are some pieces here that you're going to put along the bottom of the jacket, down the middle of the jacket, and I'm working upside down because that's how it's going to fit into the chimney, so I wanted to look at it from that angle. Then I'm going to use this piece die cut from black as the belt, and there's even a cute little buckle. I die cut that from some gold cardstock and put that right in the center. And there is the jacket. Next, I'm going to add some detail to my chimney by using my R89 marker to color on those embossed lines. And that's going to give this a little bit more texture and dimension so that the bricks kind of stand out from the other parts. Next, I am gluing on the snow piece that goes around the top of the chimney. I love that detail. And this is the piece that the chimney sits in, and I love that it has the little embossed circles into it that look like Santa's footprints leading up to the chimney. So you can glue all those together just like that to add it to a card. But for my ornament, I wanted to add a little bit more detail. So I thought I would just bring in a dark Copic marker, this is R46, and add some shadowing around Santa's suit, and that's just going to give it a little bit more added visual interest. I always say love is in the details, and this is one of those details that's going to really set this project apart and make it a little bit more special. I'm using T2 on the white parts of his I wanted to call it a uniform. Santa's uniform. Oh my gosh. Santa's suit. I'm also going to add some shadowing onto the snow, and that's just going to give it a little bit more depth. And I love the results of adding these little details. All right, so now I decided I wanted my ornament to be very sturdy. So I'm creating pieces that I'm going to glue to the back, so the back looks more finished, and I wanted them to be really sturdy, so I am adding 2 layers. And then I thought, if the back side of this ornament is going to have 2 layers, like each of these back pieces are doubled up, why wouldn't I double up the front layers? So I did that too. So it's going to be really nice and sturdy, that's for sure, because like the snowbank is going to be in the very front, so I didn't want that. I don't know, I just felt like it needed to be really sturdy. So this is really 4 layers of cardstock thick. You could make it as thick as you like. You could use other things like fun foam even to add some thickness to it. Really, it's just how much you want to put into it, I guess. All right, so I am stamping Joy to the World in some red ink on the bottom of my snow hill, and it's from this Christmas Magic Slimline stamp set, which I think is fabulous. Now I'm going to glue the whole thing together. So I added the chimney to the snow. I'm going to glue the Santa, like his jacket, to the back of the chimney, and then for Santa's legs I wanted to give this a little motion, so I used a small action wobbler and used that to attach the legs to the back of the Santa. But I really needed to add some of those layers before I did that. So I'm adding Santa's suit, and then because Santa's suit is so thick, I didn't want there to be like a gaping side on the chimney, so I took some scrap cardstock and I built that up. I did 3 layers so that it matched the thickness of that Santa there, and then it was much more finished off looking when I added this chimney, so then it was really flush there. And then I will add that second snowbank piece. It's going to sandwich right over the top of the chimney, and I didn't add this cardstock scraps on the edge there, but you totally could. I just pinched it together because there was a little bit more length on either side than there was on the chimney, and I used those clips to really hold it down, and that worked great. So on the backing piece of the Santa suit, which you can see I did red and black so it has a finished off look from the back side, I wanted to add my hanger there, so because this is an ornament, so I used some red and white twine there, and I'm sandwiching that between my Santa suit front piece. So it's the cord is sandwiched between the front piece and the back piece. It's still 4 layers thick. I also added a little liquid glue on my action wobbler so that I really could make sure it stuck really well and kind of holds up over time. And then once all that is put together, I have a finished ornament. Of course, there are embellishment that can be added to this, so I'm going to do that. I took some grit paste. This is Snowfall grit paste. It was one of the seasonal releases, so this isn't available all the time. If you don't have the Snowfall grit paste, you could use any grit paste, white grit paste. You could sprinkle then some glitter onto that. You could use your different mediums like gels and pastes here and really make this look fun. So I added it to both of the snowy pieces, and that just really adds something special to this and brings it to life. It really looks like snow. I just love that texture. All right, so for Santa's belt and Santa's boots, I wanted to make them shine. I have this black Wink of Stella pen that I rarely use, and I thought this would be a really good time to use it. So now he has some shimmery and sparkly boots as well as a belt, but that made me think, shouldn't the Santa suit also be sparkly? So I brought out my clear Wink of Stella and added that to a suit. I mean, it's all magical how he's like shrinking down in the chimney. So this is kind of like that, you know, magic dust sprinkled on Santa. So he's shrinking down and sliding down the chimney. I love it. And now for the white parts of his suit, I brought in my diamond dust stickles to give that a little bit more of a raised up look, and I just love all the different elements of shine and sparkle and shimmer and glitter and snow. It really adds to this and makes it something special besides just being flat paper. So that will finish off my ornament. I let it dry, and now I have this ornament that can jiggle around on the tree like Santa's trying to wiggle down the chimney, and I have something homemade that makes Christmas a little bit more special. My Christmas tree right now is vintage Santa, and I think this is going to look really good on my tree this year. Maybe I'll make some more and give them as gifts. They would hang really nicely on a gift and then can be moved to the tree. But there you can see a close-up look at that snow. It's so delish. I love it. And there's the finished ornament. You can see all the sparkle and shimmer in this picture. It's so good. Well, I just thank you for stopping by and letting me share my creation with you. If you would like more inspiration, you can find Trinity Stamps on Instagram and Facebook. And of course, we have new videos all the time, so stay tuned. I will see you all very soon on the next video. Happy stamping! Bye!